Hey, Mr. Clash here with another what is the best army to use base video for. This is the base in question that I'll be attacking. Now before I go over it, you might have your own ideas. Maybe you've attacked this base before. But before I go over it, I want to show you this other base. It's number 10. It's the next one down on the list. And we're going to have a look and you'll see it's almost identical. There's a few little subtle differences, such as the weapons that are in this box here, where the air defense and the expo are, and where the queen is. Those sorts of weapons have been changed around a little bit. So I'll have a look at this attack first. So if you can do this sort of thing, look, yes, the number one mistake to do in war, there are a few mistakes, and that is having the same base. So having a look at this attack, just have a look. I'll speed it up a little bit. This just gives you ideas on what actually works. Now this was a fresh hit. So coming in with a bowler LALOON attack. One jump in, take out the queen, take out the air defense. This other air defense is really close by, so that you know that's going to go down. The expo on this side is close by, so that'll probably go down too. So you'll be left with two air defenses, one expo up. And that's it. And nearly 40% of the base is destroyed before the balloon portion comes in. All the air sweepers are down, and it almost doesn't matter what you're going to do. You can make mistakes. You can send balloons to their death behind uncovered air defense and so on and so forth, but the base will still fall anyway. And now you're just going to wait for cleanup. Got a minion for cleanup. Put that wizard on the left. Put the if he places that minion on the right, that would have been good. Take out that builder's hut on the right, but he's obviously had the minion at the top, so there was something at the top as well. So yeah, to me, that's what I would call a template. So the enemy has made the mistake of having two almost identical bases in the war. So that's that attack done. So we're going to come back and have a look at base 9. Why did I choose what I chose? Okay, now before I show you what I chose, I'll just run you through a couple of little options that might pop into your head. Now, obviously, that was a template. So putting a jump spell here with some bowlers to take out this, this, and this, and then ballooning from the rest. Look, you're going to come in from behind this sweeper on that first one. Then you will have to deal with the sweeper because it's pointing out. Yeah, that's definitely an option. This sweeper pointing out does make the base a little bit different to hit than the previous one. So that bowler LALOON type of attack that we just saw, definitely an option to consider. Another one is any type of just basic go-ho. You don't have to come in straight with a jump straight over for a go-ho. You could just put a golem here and here, crack this wall, put a third golem there. It's very easy funnel to create. Everyone will path in, put a jump spell there, and this queen will jump over, so the king would easily get the queen. And then the golems would path from this mortar to this air defense over into this expo area. So your queen would probably be in here shooting a few things. So this area is going to be null and void of a big bomb. If there are Teslas or something in here, because you don't know how this person may have changed the base from the previous one. You've got an idea where the traps are and you're going to work with that idea, but you don't know for sure, seeing as they have changed some of the weapons around. So a go-ho would have been fine as well, I think. So there was two attacks that would have been fine. Now, what I did do is a witch slap. Now, my idea of the witch slap is you have to come in and target the expos. That's how I look at the witch slap. Coming in with the expos as the main focus of what you want to do. So in this case, I'm only concerned about the expos. The queen will go down as a matter of course in the fighting of me trying to get the expos. That's how I look at it. So the easiest thing to come in to get the expos was to either come in from this side or this side. And the side that I chose to come in from was this side. And I just figured it was easier. Jump there. Jump there. Have a rage for my bowlers. Heal for my bowlers. Now the extra reason coming in from here is that in the previous attack, where the queen was a double bomb, and I didn't want to have my bowlers needing to experience a double bomb when I'm going to do a witch slap. Also, the other consideration was that this air defense really can't do any harm to any witches pathing around here. On top of that, when the bowlers jump into this section under heel, they should be able to take out all of that, which just leaves this remaining outside for my witches. That was the actual plan of attack. Witches here to create that funnel, witches here. Then you'll see I've brought a P.E.K.K.A. and a Valkyrie. I'll put the P.E.K.K.A. on here, he'll path that way. The Valkyrie on here, path that way. And the only thing left then is this breadcrumb camp to jump into the base, over, and in they come. That was my logic then with the heroes in. This will all be down. This will all be down. So the only place left for everybody to go, including the bowlers, is to take the jump and to come into the base. Have a double poison for the clan castle. I don't know what's in the clan castle because it's a fresh hit, but double poison for the clan castle. That was my overall plan. Looks a little bit messy. Okay, in all those line drawings it looks a little bit messy. So let's have a look at how my plan actually went in action. Alright, so I'll get the witches down first. Now the way that I put the witches is I put 2 witches, I have a pause, and then I put another 3 witches. And the reason I do that is to get the skeleton spawning slightly out of sync so that there is always something spawning. That's the plan anyway. So P.E.K.K.A.'s gone down, Valkyrie's gone down, jump spell's gone down. There's nowhere left for them to go. They have to path in the middle. Okay. Poison spell, and well, look at that. I actually forgot the second poison spell, and I've placed the jump spell a little bit to the right. So now it's pathing over to the queen's box. Now the bowlers would have taken the queen out anyway, just because they target the queen. But now this way, everything can jump over there instead of just throwing rocks at her from that location. So the heal spell's gone down. Heal spell's just about worn off now. And this left air defense isn't going to go down. The P.E.K.K.A.'s over on the right. And I didn't get the second expo. And that was the whole point of coming in with that jump spell. But you can see that jump spell just carries over on that wall there. So that's why they all pathed over. And I was looking at what was left and I thought, look at that. The healers have left the witches. That's no problem. They've gone on to the P.E.K.K.A. and King. So I've now got an immortal P.E.K.K.A. and King because they're not going to be able to be destroyed by the time. And they've got the Archer Queen on the side as well. So by the time the witches on the left come down, the witches on the right come down, there was just too much left on the board for that one expo and a few little flimsy archers to be able to take care of. And surprise, surprise, he's placed one bomb in each of these compartments instead of 2 where the queen was. So he took me by surprise there. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have done the attack any differently, but just my read on the base based on the going by the first base was that he had the double bombs where the queen was, and I didn't want my bowlers to be hurt there. So I hadn't done a witch slap in a while. Like I said, the bowler LALOON would have worked, definitely. HOGS would have worked, definitely. But I hadn't done a witch slap in a while, and I thought, I'll do a witch slap, and it'll be something a little bit different, and it should work as planned. However, my jump spell caused that to work a little bit differently, and I don't know, maybe it actually worked in my favour because it forced them to take out this sweeper. And I had originally considered the sweeper, but then when I was swapping between plans, I'd just sort of forgotten about this sweeper where the queen was. So it kind of worked out in a good thing. And then I'm looking at that, geez, that balloon, why are the balloons still up? Oh, and that's why that second poison was so late, because I just had forgotten all about that poison entirely. So P.E.K.K.A. and King over where the queen is. The healer has been blowing the sweeper has been blowing the healers away from the witches, and right at this point is where the healers left the witches over at the top, because my King and the P.E.K.K.A. were feeling a little bit unhealthy. And with 60% of the base now, I looked at this point, I was actually quite confident at this point that it would be a 3-star. I know there's like 40% of the base to go, and you've run out of the bowlers, you didn't get the second expo down, but my heroes were being healed with the packer, so that's why I thought it's not going to be an issue. This last air defense won't be an issue. My witches will take out these things before that air defense becomes an issue. On the healers over there, I've got too much on the right hand side with the P.E.K.K.A. and my both heroes. They've got very, very good health. A lot of skeletons and witches on that side, so that's why I knew it was going to be a 3-star. So this was one of those bases where a multitude of attacks actually would have worked on this base, and I had a template to go through, but I chose one attack over the other, simply because I hadn't done the other attack for a while, and I wanted to do it just to say, look, it can actually work on these bases as well. And for these reasons, this is what I wanted to look at. Can I have access to both expos? And are there elements where the air defense doesn't affect my sweepers? And this is exactly one of those bases. So that's why I chose the Witch Slap on this base as opposed to anything else. And of course, it just meant that I didn't really have to worry too much if there were going to be a double bomb in any of these other locations, which might have been a concern for HOGS. Although I did have the air defense, the bowler LALOON as a template to go by if I wanted to, but I just wanted to use Witch Slap as a little bit different. So yeah, that is why I went with that. Now, before I leave you with today's thing, the question of today is, what did the river say when it ran into the wall? What did the river say when it ran into the wall? It said, damn. Anyway, that's it for today's corny, stupid thing of the day, question of the day, whatever. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Do leave a thumb up on the video. Do comment on the video. Let me know what you thought of the attack, or how you would have attacked the base. Would you have done it with a Witch Slap or a bowler LALOON, or as was shown to work, which is always a good idea, or would you have done it HOGS, or would you have done it something different? Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.